Today we'll be talking about how to create a header for Elementor. If we take a look at our test site here, we'll see that we've just got this pretty basic header with the logo dumped in and then the title of the page, pretty much a nothing header. And then the example page that we created earlier, we can see that we use the blank Elementor canvas template, and it'd be nice to actually be able to use the default header for consistency across the site. So how do we do that? One option, if you have the Pro version of Elementor, is to go to Templates and Theme Builder, and from there you can click on the portion of the site that you would like to edit. However, most of us are using the Elementor free version and we want to get as much as possible out of that. So how to create a header with Elementor free. Since we're using the Hello Elementor free theme, we can go to Themes and Customize, and we'll see in red here we have header and footer, and then we have this little pop-up which we can choose Start Designing. And then here we're given the Elementor builder as expected, which lets us edit this rather ugly default one that's been dumped onto our page. So firstly, let's go over to the Hello theme header option, and we'll uncheck site logo, we'll uncheck tagline, and we'll keep menu, and then we'll set the layout. Centered would be cool, and we'll do content width, we'll leave that as is. We can set a background here, and for menu, you can choose the menu you want to use. If we just go over to the dashboard, and if we go to appearance and menus, then we can create a menu. We'll call it main menu, create menu. We'll set the location to header, and we'll add some custom links like home and contact us. Save that, go back over to the editor, and we'll go ahead and hit update here. Now if we go back to our home page, we can refresh, and we'll see that now we have home and contact us centered at the top without the big logo that we had before, which is a nice upgrade. From this UI, we can adjust further details such as the overall typography of the site. We can change the default text colors, typography, size of headings, things we'd see, which would indeed affect what we see in the header as well. So let's say we want to change the text color across the whole site to this kind of nice grayscale here. We hit update there, and if we hit the for links, which I believe is being used for our headers, let's make that as accent green. We'll update that, and let's see if we picked the right ones. Refresh, and sure enough, there's the accent green on this heading, which is a link, and these two links here, which is great. And we'll do a few more tweaks here. Let's go to link again, typography, hit this little pencil icon here. We're gonna keep the size as is, but let's bump up the weight to bold, and let's give it a style of italic and decoration of underline, just to give it some very bold standout from the page. And there we go. Now it's very obvious those are links. Your preference will certainly depend on what your brand scheme is, but for this particular example, this drives home how much customizability is in this editor here. Now, if you've watched this point and you're saying, hey, I really want to go completely custom with this, and I would rather not be stuck with whatever options are in their kit editor here. For that, you would either need to bump up to Pro Elementor to use the graphical UI version that we saw earlier, or if you either know a developer or have some development background yourself, you can make this custom yourself. I'm going to go to Appearance and Theme File Editor. Traditionally, you would make a child theme for this, but this is just for example purposes. If you know what you're doing in here, you'd probably know the best practices. But if you take a look, there's this theme header file here called header.php, and this is what it's actually pulling from. So there's a section here where it is pulling the header section from the Elementor builder, but if you really wanted to, you could scrap all that and put your own code there. And to demonstrate that, just jumping ahead, I commented out this section here, which was Elementor grabbing what you would create in that dynamic editor, and instead I just created this header tag here that says this is my own header. And so if you go into here, you'll see this is what we had before, and when we refresh, we will have this is my own header right here, none of the Elementor ones. So if you really wanted to, you'd be free to go ham with your own HTML and CSS, JavaScript, whatever, right here. And you can edit these other files too. There's a header footer.css. You could store things there. I would recommend, if you're going to be making modifications to a theme that is not your own, such as the Hello theme by Elementor, I'd recommend creating a child theme, which lets you inherit all these things from the parent theme and then create the modifications in the child theme. That's a bit of an advanced WordPress concept, so let me know if you'd like me to do another video going into further detail on that. But otherwise, that is all for today. Let me know if you have any comments below, anything you'd like me to address in further detail. Happy to do so. And otherwise, please subscribe to help out the channel, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks so much.